the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AMD Ryzen and Windows. Let me present the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Crucial. This is day number 4. We've got the quarterfinals up here, and this has been quite a journey in Qualifier 2. We've had some big teams drop out, and we've got some of the big ones still left. Yesterday, we watched a couple of good matches and a very close one indeed in the end, which I think was, a very interesting match, at least I found so, which was the match between Chilcod and Team Punished. It was a very interesting match, and I really look forward to that being the sort of similar situation from today, as we've got the best of threes starting. I've got Aggressive with me, and I'm going to be here for game number 1 at least. CC, we will be here for the next one, as we will be taking you through the storylines today as Only Friends take on Orgless.
This is going to be a match that has the possibility of easily going down over on the 3 maps, primarily because we know Only Friends. They've been an absolute beast throughout every single one of the qualifiers and also in the Community Cup. And I'm pretty sure that you were impressed by their run, by them taking out Rippers. They put themselves on the map. And Orgless, a lot of the odds are stacked against them because as a team, they're still trying to work out the kinks in their armor. They have the team play and synergy, but the main issue is against a lot more of the top tier teams who have much more refined play styles. That's where the team will start to show their cracks. And Orgless, if they're not able to, at the bare minimum, find that level of camaraderie that they need to try and take down Only Friends, it's going to be pretty difficult because Only Friends as a team, they're just substantially a lot more sound when it comes down to team play in comparison to Orgless, at least on paper in my books, because they've been playing for the longest time together. We have seen these names just stick together no matter what happens. They haven't really even gone to Orgs, and they're always still here. They're Only Friends for a reason. And when you have this level of team play and coordination, this could be the same situation as QQQ versus Orgless. And we know that Orgless, they were not favored for that at all.
Yeah, that is true. That is really true. Orgless do have a little bit of a team chemistry thing that could be exploited by OnlyFans because they've been around and together for a while. So I am considering the fact that OnlyFans could be on the better end of stuff here just by the fact that they've stuck around as a group for longer, even though they've had just 1 or 2 players go up and down. They're all people who've played together. They're all people who have been, for multiple stints together in the same team, know each other's play styles, know exactly how to work it. And what I would be, really interested to know is whether or not either one of these teams actually makes it through to the end, to the qualifier, to the group stages. Because the one question that we always, have been having since the qualifier 1 is Team Orgless. They have such a great team. They've got such individually brilliant players. You got Kusiv, Zoid, Hika, Sami. They're all pretty amazing players. Hevan as well. But as a team, they haven't been able to, show as much. This time around, with the small gap that they had between qualifier 1 and 2, they've been able to, go all rampant on teams in this tournament so far. But here's where I think that they will be given a tough, wake up call.
Yep. But I do believe that Orgless, they should be prepared for it. They've gone through every single one of their games through complete whitewashes, and I hope it really hasn't, you know, tampered their confidence or made them a bit too overconfident in the way that they take so many of these engagements. They need to be serious here. Only Friends, not a team that can easily take down, considering the track record that they do have. And hey, it just takes a bit more to find the last couple players to take these fights. But in my eyes, let's just think about what we can try and replicate here. For the side of Orgless, we know for a fact they have all the firepower in the entire world. They can easily take down a lot more of the top teams when it comes under the individual skill level here in our region. But to take down a team that has well-known capabilities as a squad, knows how to use their utility in full conjunction with one another, has proper setups for each other, and even on-the-fly aggression that results in adaptability, Orgless, they could just show their cracks earlier than we expect. But again, Orgless, they're a team that are well known. They're beloved by the entire community when it comes down to their players. So let's see how it all goes. Personally, in my eyes, I'm really excited for the second game as well. Chillcord going up against Reckoning could be something very interesting considering the run that Reckoning had yesterday.
Yeah, that is true. Chilcod clearly had, quite an exhilarating match yesterday, but they are going up against an even more, established team. Reckoning are definitely favorites here to make it to the top two. And we've got four more teams that will be playing tomorrow. And all of these eight teams that are left right now in the quarterfinals have absolutely showcased why they deserve to be here. Chilcod has been a team on the rise in the recent times. They've been, constantly proving themselves to be absolutely, force to be reckoned with. They've got some pretty great players who stuck around for a while, and they clearly know what to do when it comes to facing off some of the big names. But Reckoning is a name that has won multiple competitions. They have an established team that has, given some of the biggest names out there, run for their money. So while the 8 p.m. games does seem very interesting, right now we got to focus on what Orgless can put up on the board against OnlyFriends. And that game is about to start in just a bit. But before that, we will have a look at the maps that we're going to be playing as well, which has a very interesting composition. We start off on a pretty good high, I believe, and then we drop down to ground zero, which I do not like.
I gotta love it when Universe gets his favorite map right at the very end. But Breeze being the first initial pickup, something that is quite out of the ordinary because we never really see this map being picked up as often, primarily due to teams just not liking the idea of this map where they have to be a lot more systematic in the way that they approach a lot of the fights. They need to start thinking about the different avenues that they can take. It slows them down quite heavily as well when it comes down to the late and mid round calls. It's just a map that requires you to communicate quite often about your movements, and it rewards people with mechanical skills. So the members of Orgless, they should be happy about that in that regard. And as a team which relies on their mechanical skill a lot more in comparison to maybe a team like Only Friends, it could be interesting to say the very least. A couple of the much more well-known names seemingly are not playing in the side of Only Friends today. I'm gonna miss the meme lords, the three meme lords that we know and love, but seems as though the roster is still quite star-studded indeed.
Well, we'll find out how it all goes down as we will head into Breeze in just about a few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the agent selection. Pretty standard issue that we would expect a Viper to be across both sides. But now, we've got Kusif playing it and Knife Jester on this side. HVS flirting around with the Phoenix. Yeah, no, not on this map, buddy. Yeah, to be honest, Phoenix on Breeze could make a good, pick. Hear me out. I know that you're thinking of.
Not really. I honestly think that it makes sense. Considering you have a Viper wall to set up your flashes, you could actually go for something.
Yeah, it's not even just that. No, because Phoenix flashes have, infinite range to be, affected by. Plus, even if you turn around, it just blinds you for about a second and a half. He's got pretty good, utilization of his utility. And given that he himself also has a wall, which can count as a secondary, Viper wall if for a couple of seconds if need be to enter into a site. And also the fact that this guy's ultimate is something of a little bit of a force now. He's getting his
Select your
full
agent.
health back with the 50 shield as well. So that is something pretty good from Phoenix, but we're not going to be seeing him now. And for some reason, it seems
Maybe on
that
Hayden.
Zoid is not around. I'll pick this agent and back we go. Zoid, it's alright. I think he's just gone to the washroom. He will be back. He will be back. And we should be starting pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately for Zoid, I think that he is in the washroom. Havan seems to think that he's dodged it because he doesn't want to play.
Yeah, it's Breeze, so how much more can he do about that? It will be an AFK to come in, so let's wait until he comes back. But looking at the compositions, pretty standard, nothing really out of the ordinary. The Viper, the KO getting picked up, and of course, the Chamber being a very prominent pickup for this particular instance.
Yep.
And you know exactly why. Because the Chamber allows you to have the 2 to force in hand, the one-shot potential of the Headhunter for the longer range sightlines, especially on this particular map where long range is the name of the game pretty much. And if you don't have that proper synergy in the way that you take fights, yeah, you could just be looking to get instantly shut down. It's difficult, it's hard at times, but if anyone can do it, it has to be both these squads. Now, when aim is the center front for this particular map, of course, strategy is very much important. And Reese has one of the wackiest strategies that you can go in for, but the strategies don't even matter unless you are able to hit your shots. So
Yep.
I'm gonna outweigh the strategy based upon the aim because the strategy itself allows you to take gunfights a lot more easier. But if the shots don't land, then you're not really getting much value. But considering both of the teams and the star-studded rosters that they do have, I believe that we're gonna be in for a lot of mechanical dominance from either side. Of course, Sami, we saw his gameplay, and man, oh man, was he was able to deliver. But recent times, Hika's been an even bigger beast. We've
Yeah.
seen that the man has consistently dropped over 20, 30 frags in so many of his matches. And when you have that level of consistency on your initiator, that is a sight to behold.
Yeah, indeed. And given that Haven is a map that these guys absolutely love, it's there in the map pool as well. Only Friends are going to be facing them there. Is the second map that's going to be played. I am not entirely convinced that this is going to end in two maps now that I look at it because Breeze is a little up and down, right? So we should be going in with a little bit of high hopes of a third. While I do not want to see the face of Ascent in any of my matches that I ever cast again, but it will happen. Let's get back to Breeze though. We have the agent selection back up and running. Zoid is here, and we should be starting off the game within the next minute.
Funniest thing is, think about it like this, universe. A couple of months ago, Bind was the map that showed up the most. Ascent was picked up very little. Fast forward a couple of months, and now Ascent is back.
Yeah,
It's comical on that regard.
that's just how it's been. That's just how it's been. Ascent is a good map.
The X that keeps coming back.
Like I said, a good map. Not something that you should be associating yourself too much with.
True, true. Especially when you're on the casting level of universe. The poor boys have literally having nightmares about Ascent in his sleep. But then again,
well,
some teams can easily take over the map of Ascent, and the thing is, the way that Ascent is played in
Choose
our
your
region,
agent.
it's so simplified in comparison to others that the map just doesn't feel right.
yeah, that is true. There's certain compositions that you don't go past, but whereas you see in the other regions, Ascent has so many different compositions. They play the Killjoy quite a bit. They utilize, they do put in the new no duelist comp at times as well. where they have the Chamber and Killjoy, the Chamber taking up the pseudo-duelist role, and they have somebody else, they have a double initiator, a controller, and the Killjoy, so that they have total informational control as well as utility to play back off. Post plant is a thing where they execute as a team together. They don't have the duelist to do everything for them. Those comps are pretty great, but here we are going to be watching Breeze first, and I hope to God that Ascent doesn't come up. One of these teams has two of them, but if that doesn't happen, I'll be happy for a third map because both of these teams are pretty good.
Yeah, that's for certain. As we head on down over towards the game, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful map of Breeze will greet us here. Let's see who's going to be able to take down over to the Sandy Shores and who will be the one to come to the very top. Because honestly speaking, at the end of the day, it all really does start with the proper holds for each of these plays. The pistol round, really one of the more outlier rounds, I would say, because you have no idea how this one's going to play out, because Breeze is one of the few maps where you get a nutty shot onto one player and then instantly the entire round turns on his head, because the man advantage here is more important than any other map, especially in the professional level, because the level of sight lines that you have to clear, if your trade game is not on point, you're just done for.
Well, here we go. The game has begun, and towards mid we go. Kev has got a bit of damage. Sami will have to fall back, but he himself has got support. Towards mid comes Hika. He's not going to be able to land any shots, but Sami is in a good position to find a kill here. HVS, though, takes out Kusif, and there goes the plant, actually. They've got the A side for themselves, only friends. And it's a 4v4, which Hevan is looking to make lesser of, but is not going to be finding the teleporter. Yep, Knife Jester, though, shuts down Sami, and now it's a 3v4. HVS has... Ooh. Hevan, he's got the backstab over here. It could be troublesome. A recon to support him as they try to bait him out. And there goes one more. Hika falls. Now it's on to Zoid, and he gets just the one. What a round from Only Friends. They keep it so close to the chest by pushing in towards A main and letting mid do all the noise. And that's how they find the site for themselves.
Remember what I said? This map awards you for having your trades proper. That's exactly how the members of Only Friends played this. Going towards mid, yeah, Kev died instantly, but HBS was able to take the first initial refrag, and he kept himself alive, wanted for immediate teleport over towards A main, and that was easy for them to take over. Mid control was established. They were investing a lot of resources in mid. Sami got caught trying to go in for an over-aggressive peek, and every single avenue being taken was perfect, but Zoid, the guy just casually walks out of mid.
Of course he does. He's just how it seems to be for him. Oh, Kev, okay. Absolutely unaware of the fact that somebody's on his right side, open from his own smoke. Eats a bullet from Hevan, but that's the only trade that's come so far towards the B side. While there's another player that has gone down. And it's brought to a 3v3. Weapons.
This is a big investment. He bought a Vandal.
Yeah, they need to pick up that Vandal, and it's on site as well. So picking it up while they go along is going to be difficult because the B main side is covered by two players, and Zoid absolutely demolishes Knife Jester. Now in comes Kusif, who's been detected, and the shock dart to keep the players from B main at bay. Harsh gets one. Kusif does a little bit of fake over here, but he is in trouble. They will reconvene and pick up the Vandal. But the only problem being here is they've lost 3 players in the round that they were not supposed to lose more than 1. And that costs reinvestment.
At the end of the day, they got the Vandal back, so I do believe it's a win for them regardless. But for the defense, this was a hefty round for them regardless. Full buy should come out. They shouldn't really play the bonus here when you think about it, don't you think so, Universe? Because playing a bonus whenever you lose more than 3 weapons is just not that worth it. Not in the long run.
Oh, Sami takes out the drone, saves Zoid from the trouble, but he still has got people!
My God, Zoid.
Swings out at the perfect time and finds 3. Make that a 4K. as the last man is still inside halls, and I don't think they're aware of this. Hika just sees him. He will lose his life, and Zoid will go down as well. And it's a Chambers map right now. Both the Chambers are flourishing. HVS finds 2 for himself, and he's got 2 more to go. The spike is in his hands. Fact that Hevan is already holding his tail because the
spike. Teleport's ready.
trademark is not going to let him pass that. He might just be in his crosshairs. Kusuf holding on in case he decides to pop up towards Hall. So it seems unlikely. Oh, no, wait, he is going there.
That's the most unlikely position to be in. Hall's way more easier for the engagement to come in. But
Wow.
Kusuf, shot was clean. Nice.
Indeed.
Done.
Well, that was quite a round from both the Chambers. A 4K for Zoid, as HVS picked up 2 as well and gave a little bit of damage to the Orgless boys. But they're not going to have any problems. They have Zoid ready with a weapon to drop as well as a weapon to pick up from his personal arsenal. The Tour de
Wipe
Force.
your credit card and get a sniper rifle, yeah?
Yeah, for free. So, I mean, he's
Every
done the
rich
work
person,
for it.
Every rich person in a nutshell.
He's done the work for it. The knife is perfect, detects quite a bit of information, whereas the knife from OnlyFriends gives them nothing. They expected this. Hevan has come out of the hiding hole. Now he wants to take up a fight. Kev is still in sight. The drone gonna spot out Hevan, and he doesn't know there's one player close, but he still finds one. Harsh goes down, and he's swinging out with Kusuf to get a kill. Zoid finds 2.
Spike down B.
Boy,
What a round this has been.
Demon.
How is
My
Hevan
God.
alive?
Ivan actually just got the kill because he had a Phantom.
So long.
If he had a Vandal, he was royally screwed there in every way, shape, or form. But HBS maybe peeking out a bit too much here. He's trying to spot the tiptoe head of Zoid. That's the timing, but Zoid had the flick. But right behind the wall is going to be 1. HBS finds another kill. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 1 situation on the map. If he gets this one, this will be incredible. But Zoid, he still has the 2 to force in hand. Still has 2 bullets to work with. And with these bullets, he's trying to close things down. But HBS, the timing in is everything.
30
Then if he
seconds
finds
left.
this frag, that's going to be big for him. Spike under control. And HBS, he's possibly going to beat his maker in just a little bit. 20 seconds left. Does he have enough time to go in for the full-on wraparound? He needs to go through mid.
Not sure he does.
He
was
needs to go
almost
through
on the
mid.
train. Yeah, he will go through mid, but
10
I'm
seconds
not
left.
convinced he's gonna have the time to plant the spike. Will he? It's gonna be very close. 4, and it's gone. He's not gonna get the spike. Or does he? No, he doesn't. Just about a millisecond away.
He needed to knife out run all the way through. If he did, he had it. But honestly, it's just a tough situation. This was way too close for comfort. HVS has been turning rounds on its head so often. Good God, man. He's doing God's work out here for them.
Yep. Well, it's not been the finest of starts for Kev as the Jet. And they are investing into this round here. They have gotten the Vandal from HVS onto Knife
want
Jester
to
so that
play?
they can
Let's play.
have him play on the Tour de Force. Now it's his turn to try and wield the big bad operator. His personal one, the gold one. Kev. He's made his way towards Halls and he's got a trademark on the other side which he can smoke off for his own comfort to pass through. And he's also got support. But what they're going for is the Viper Spit play towards A side. And now, things are looking a little glim for the side of OnlyFans. What do you even do here? And you've lost Knife Jester as well. Nobody's in the Viper Spit to support him. The entire point of that ultimate has been completely nullified as the side of Orgless have just torn apart this attack piece by piece, and it almost seemed like OnlyFans themselves didn't know what the hell they were doing.
It's felt a bit out of control. And here is just gonna get even more in the point of contention, because what's the plan here to go in for HBS? Beautiful shot, takes down Sami early here. That's the kill that they wanted, and possibly here is the play that they need to get themselves in towards the side. Kick a couple of missed shots here, and Hirsch doesn't really even have a weaponry to go in for this fight. He wants to pick up the weapon dropped by Sami, but He's stuck. He can't really go anywhere. Kusev comes in from the sidelines at the first,
One
possibly
enemy
the second,
remaining.
but HBS, he's been doing miraculous work from the side, but Hirsch doesn't really have anything to go in for this fight, so it pulls out the Headhunter to finish it off. 3 kills for him. Another round going in the favor of the side of Orgless.
Again, the only 2 kills that have come in this round have been from only HVS. He's been the only one looking pretty great so far for his team. Both the Chambers are on a roll. And both the Jets are not. And if you look at the kill feed, it's exactly the same across both. The Chamber, Viper, KO, Sova, Jet. And on the other side as well, KO, Viper. So, forgive me. Chamber, Viper, KO, Sova, Jet. That's exactly how it's sounding.
Balanced, just like everything should be.
Indeed. I'm waiting for the day that I would be quoted Marvel by Aggressive.
Yes. Maybe one day when you get to Radiant.
You just did quote Marvel, but you know, I'll take it. Zoid towards mid has got everything covered, so the crossing is something that they're not worried about at the moment.
Oh, look at Ivan. Oh god.
Okay, alright, Heaven. Okay, Knife
That's-
Jester, hello?
Spike down B.
Why is Knife Jester
One
looking
enemy
towards the right
remaining.
when his teammates are being shot from straight up front? That's a bit of... I don't know what error that is. Heaven finds a 4th as well. And a flawless from just the one man himself.
Listen. I think that Knife Jester was in his own world for a little bit there because that threw me that threw me off badly.
Yeah, because you could see that there's 2 players there who are taking fights. There's Kev who goes ahead and dies. There was another player, I believe it was Harsh, who went and died. And Knife Jester is looking towards the wall region, whereas his teammates are getting shot from an open area straight up in front of him. Oh, of course. Okay, Heaven.
God.
Takes out Harsh, but he's going to be revived pretty quickly. Up on his feet, back again, the KO is, and there's another kill from HVS. They've got the B side opened up. It's a 3v5 for the first time. It seems like they've got a pretty good advantage in this buy round. As with the plant going down, I would say that the Orgless boys might just want to try and take this a little slow. Zoid, first point of contact, gets a brilliant kill. And now he needs to worry about 2 different angles. He's checking the left and he spots HVS. And now all HVS needs to do is hide. But he peeks out, he swings out wide to give himself up. 3 versus 3, pretty easily done here. Kevin might have taken out Zoid, but there's 2 more players to go. And they're doing the work over here. Shock dust from Hika, gonna be damaging. They get the kill. Bullseye is the only one left, and he's got a tight angle to fight off against. Sami's gonna be looking for the defuse, but Bullseye has a spam. He will lose his life though to the spike, but it's still a round that they will take home.
They have more than enough money to go in for buys, but this was very costly. The members of Orgless, they did what they could, but Sami, he also bought an operator for himself. And that operator is gonna put a dent in the bank just a little bit. They're not gonna be able to buy up once again, but for the attack, they're in a pretty rough patch themselves. They won out the round, but they won out the round in the most, let's say, unconventional way possible. They lost every single one of their members, so in the long run, they are gonna go through a hefty amount of damage at Sami. Maybe a bit too aggressive here, buddy.
He's got nobody contesting him right now. The Jet has gone away as a Hunter's Fury comes out from Bullseye for a little bit of connection, and Zoid will lose his life. He could have teleported away.
We couldn't. The trademark got broken. Sorry, the rendezvous got broken.
Oh, that's sad.
Teleport's ready.
That is really unfortunate. Kev takes out Hika as well, and now it's on to Sami towards mid. Struggling to break the recon, but is not going to be struggling to break down Harsh. The grenade will stop a little bit of Knife Jester.
HVS. Oh, the timing.
Oh! Kusev expects it perfectly and finds the kill. Kev is going to take out Sami though. And on 36 HP, this guy is causing chaos. Evan will take him down. The Viper Spit almost seemed like a safety net that wasn't required if they had just communicated what was the health of Kev. He was less than 50 HP and a bullet could have been enough.
Actually perfect on that regard. Man, this opening kill was just so beautiful. Bullseye getting that catch was the biggest thing for them. Breaking the rendezvous early on, poor old Zoid, he just gave up. You just saw him standing there being like, yeah, I'm just gonna die. If I peek out, I'm gonna get shot. If I try to go towards the back end, I'm still gonna get hit by the Hunter's Fury. And after that first initial kill, everything was just done. But you have to give it to Kusif to just come alive right at the very end. HVS, if he got that kill on Kusif, everything was over. That one flank could have costed them the entire round. But at the end of the day, Orgless, they keep themselves in the contest. 5-3, keep the ball rolling. Because even if you were able to win out on that last round, you now have to worry about the possibility of a thrifty. And we know for a fact that the members of Only Friends, for some reason, the thrifties are way better than their buy rounds.
Well, that might be true. The power of those pistols is not really something that you would want to, constantly keep exploiting. There's very less chance that you always hit a thrifty. Unfortunately, right now, we had a small pause come in because Hika has got a game crash. He will be back. While we wait for Hika to come back, the side of Orgless seem pretty comfortable on this map of Breeze, don't they?
Yeah, Orgless showcasing their prowess on every single map is a pretty good one. So though, in the background, it's kind of fun to watch this. Body hopping his way through, he's practicing his movement while Hika's reconnecting. And now, as he is back, we're going to be jumping straight down over into the game immediate. But for now, I want to ask you, Universe, what do you think is one of the biggest shortcomings for Only Friends in the situations that they have been up till now? Because I feel as though they are overthinking a lot of situations and playing a bit too passive for their own good. Because Breeze allows you to be aggressive with trades, but they're not really trying to find anything. Seems as though we have lost our universe.
Oh, no, I'm right here. Forgive me. I have a little bit of internet issue, but I'm back here. And Only Friends, I will answer your question soon, but Only Friends have taken a mid approach here. An interesting one. This time it's Kusif sitting on top of that ledge, and he will go down. Hevan seemed to be having a bit more control there. Sami might have taken on one towards mid, but this is Only Friends trying to make a move, and they've got a pretty good read on Hevan as to where he'll be sitting. Hika's taken out Kev, and that's constant trades going back and forth. Sami's found another 2 versus 3, and they've got weapons to work here. And Harsh walks into Sami, and now it's just the one man standing. Knive Jester. Sami's just playing along with him while Hika can probably come in and get a kill onto him. Not gonna happen. Zoid will take him down as the final kill allows them to go up to 6, and the half almost seems settled for them, Aggressive. And returning to your question, I think the one thing about Only Friends that they really have working against them is, at most times been the inconsistency of the way that they, have, I think, communication, miscoms. Let's just call it that. Because I think there's been times where we've seen that something happens somewhere, and I don't think that's necessarily told all across as to what they should be doing on the back of it. They try to just go along with what's happening, and they fall into the trap of their opponents because that's exactly what they want them to do.
Yeah, falling asleep on the angle though. Ivan catches a very easy kill, and again, they need to contest aggression with aggression. Where are the trades? Where are the team plays? They're going into angles all by themselves. Kev, how many times has he been dropped like this? This is not something that should happen in every single round of contestation. He's just getting caught off guard way too often.
Indeed he is. Well, yet again towards the B side is their entire force, and right now they've all just stopped. Kev out of the equation equals nobody to dash into that site. And because of that, they've lost their confidence. Now they're looking for a little bit of a slow approach, and Hevan expects this. And look at where Sami's sitting. He's gonna find another, it seems, easily. Sami gets it, and Hika and Kusafad in as well. Orgless looking way too comfortable right now. And it's been so monotonous from OnlyFans. They're not really doing anything creative, are they?
Not at all. They
It's
went
not even
from
like they're changing up their...
expecting anything. Like, I don't understand any of this universe, because you know that Orgless is playing this aggressive. You know for a fact that they're pushing up into you. Why are you not trying to catch the players that are playing aggressive whatsoever through trades? No adaptability whatsoever from their members.
You want to play? Let's play.
Well, towards A this time they're going, and they've got a person sitting on top. HVS shuts him down, but there's one player who's pretty down low. Harsh with the pistol and the flash gets a perfect kill. And now here we go towards the post-plant situation. 4 versus 3. A retake which HVS is making very difficult to happen.
Last player standing.
Make that 3. And the one man only who's been fragging out of his mind for his team has secured another round.
Last round.
7 and 4. HVS saves OnlyFans.
Dude, you gotta love it when the 2 to force comes in the hands of the chamber. The swing out speed. How do you contest that? How do you even react to that? Tell me honestly. HVS, he knew the position. He re-swung the angle at full speed and just absolutely popped 2 people. Beautiful.
Indeed. And now, again towards B. And look at that recon. That recon's gonna get them all. That's got at least 3. And you can see instant rotations. And because of that recon, they're gonna have to push in now. They want to commit. They're gonna try and keep a little bit of distance from this KO ultimate so that they can find value after it's gone. Because they've got utility for the stoppage of this. Especially from Zoid. He's got the tour de force, but this Knife Jester's Viper Spit might just neutralize it. HVS has got 2 tails, and one of them takes him out. Sami has found a pretty good and convincing kill, and now it's just the players who've not been having a good time on the side of OnlyFans. Zoid needs 1 connection. That's it. But Harsh is going to be finding that as he pushes in towards Spawn. The Chaos exchange knives as Sami in the air loses his life. Knife Jester's playing a pretty close angle, but he's playing this perfectly. Hika loses 1, and he might just well lose himself as well. Knife Jester finds the Zoid running into the smoke pit with his knife, and with that, it is 7 and 5.
Honestly, Hirsch, that 0 point was absolutely gorgeous. Sami died because he was midair with his knives, and if that 0 point didn't hit him, Hirsch was dead. Good God, absolute perfect utility usage. And Hyvan, if he was just able to break that 0 point, this round could have been completely different with Sami staying alive. Things are tough on that time, but with the 1 minute tactical pause coming in, something that we are giving to the teams as soon as the side swap happens, I do believe that the members of Orgless, they can just huddle up and talk about what went wrong in that last particular round. And I do believe that the communication coming out between the teams just was a little bit off, or Ivan maybe going in for the comms and just kind of overshadowed himself in a lot of different scenarios. Sometimes letting the play happen is a lot better than constantly going in for calls in the middle of these type of situations.
Well, this is going to put things in the mix for the side of Orgless. They were hoping at least it looked like what was going to be a 9 and 3 half. Or at least an 8 and 4 half has been now shut down to 7 and 5. Good recovery from the side of OnlyFans, honestly. HVS losing his life was something I thought was going to be, an 8 and 4. But Bullseye and Harsh especially did a pretty good job of keeping it at Bay, and honestly found the value that they needed to. Now, with this, we're going to look at how exactly the side of OnlyFriends are going to be able to play on their defense, because they need the pistol and they need it bad. Orgless are still looking pretty comfortable. They know what they're doing. They are even more deadlier on attack because Zoid has been a beast and Sami is slowly picking up his pace. And on the attack, they go towards mid. There's a resistance coming in from the other side as well. And now, with that knife, you're gonna have a little bit of information that they're playing on the back of 3 men pushing on from either side. A heavy fight onto mid. The shock that damages multiple of them. Knife just finds 2. Bullseye finds a 3rd.
1 enemy remaining.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Orgless have been absolutely shunted.
That kind of expected in this situation. You have 3 players posted on mid. You are not checking behind you at all for A pushes or even for players coming out of B main. You're gonna get caught like this regardless. You're constantly taking the fights on mid, something that you really should not do on this particular map. If you're not able to gain that control immediately, let it go, back off, explore other avenues, because if 3 players are playing from B main, from B tunnels, then that's the call. Head A. Leave 1 player at mid to try and cut off the rotations from mid doors, and you have full control of A. But trying to go in for a fight, it just doesn't make any sense, because if you don't find the immediate shot, then you have to back off. Oh, Sami.
Sami's actually crawled in pretty close, and with that trademark going down, there's gonna have to be somebody constantly looking at that region. And there is the player, Bullseye, who's holding on, and Hika's trying to bait out for Sami. Bullseye did spot one, and that could lead to him being in a very, very good spot to find, if at all Bullseye chooses to dash in. Maybe.
Sami, it's all up to him. He should get a free kill here if he has the timing for it. Here's the reload. Doesn't really go in for the swing just yet.
Oh my
Bullseye,
God.
as soon as he turns around, this is going to be the timing play. Sami, he's just waiting for the call from his teammates. As soon as he enter down over towards the other sideline, this is a free kill.
Yeah, but they need to make some sound. They need to make a little bit of commotion for Sami to exploit this. Otherwise, him sitting in this position is going to be all for nothing. Out go the recon towards B. Outruns Sami now. He's got a back kill that he can find pretty easily. Sami, no! Bullseye comes back to him. And now there's a bit of a weird situation developed here. The B side was where they were going to go, but now they're running towards A. I don't think they have time. Kev's taking out Hevan. Kev's taking out Hika. And while Sami's going to be getting the 1 kill, it's game over.
It's not gonna happen. Kev with the 4K brings his team to life as well as himself. From the bottom of the scoreboard all the way to the 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, he's now back on the server and he means business. Sami, he had the perfect timing right there, but he brought out his knife expecting him to completely run over to the B side, but that last moment turn, that brought a different change in. But the most surprising factor about all of this was Kev getting that 3K over on the B side. No one was able to trade him out.
That is true. He came in from mid to find himself 3. And with that, we've got pretty much everything in the bag. 7-7 for the side of the both teams. And with this level scoreline, I believe that OnlyFans have a bit of a game plan that they are looking to execute towards the A side. Look at that 3-man push looking likely towards the A main. And oh, here we go. It looks like they're not going to be relenting on this aggression. Oh, okay, the flash is brilliant. Tommy's though still alive somehow. HVS should have gotten that kill years ago, but he will not. Bullseye will recover for Knife Jester's low health as he takes out 1 more. Evan might have lost a bit of his life. but he's keeping himself very much alive.
Fight
2
picked
versus
up.
2.
This is a situation that they want to be in. 2 versus 2, a pretty rough one, but with Zoid being on ample amounts of health, I don't understand. Hyvan, you should be the one to pave the way for your team. He needs to be the one to take the first initial couple of engagements so that Zoid can at least trade him off properly. But this is so smart. They played it extremely slow and headed it back over towards A main to try and sell out a fake. And now, the A side's completely empty, with the defenders expecting a B side hit, but no. It's going to
30
be
seconds
instead.
left.
Yep. The plant is going to go down in just about any second now. As a fake poison orb emitting towards the A side is not going to fake them out. Orgless have got the entire side under control and they're clearing out every single angle before they do. Out goes the knife to
10
clear
seconds
out
left.
the close angle as Zoid will not be worried too much about it now. And now it's essentially going to be a 1v1 between Zoid and Kev, because they are the only 2 members who are pretty healthy. Knife Jester, if he had fallen on the other side of that wall, I think he would have died by the fall damage.
No choice. Flashbang.
Brilliant flash from Heaven. He will blind, I think, a couple of them.
Last player standing.
And Knife Jester's actually taking them out with just one of his... What the hell just happened? One player down to 15 HP.
That's a whiff right there.
Oh, man.
Was that important?
Ah, he needed to find that shot, and if he did, he had it all. God damn. High pressure situation, it gets to all of us, and poor old Zoid's just not gonna be able to find it all. He's not the one that you should really lean on the most every single time. He's been getting clutches after clutches, first bloods after first bloods, but not everything can be done by him. A whiff happens from time to time, but that's a pretty rough one, because now the members of Only Friends, they're the ones in the lead. And with also an operator in hand, HBS, he's looking to cause even more damage.
Oh, he turns away, finds a good kill. He'll be tagged down himself as well, but he's got the operator, so he's just a one-shot man at the moment. Out goes the Viper Spit, and Heaven to get the plant down as a lot of resistance potential coming through. And with that ultimate coming in from Heaven as well, no more utility going to be pouring into them. But there's still a man down. They're actually 2 men down. This is problematic because as soon as that ultimate pops down, there's going to be utility coming in. Knives, flashes, everything to be used. Out it goes. They blind themselves for the recon. Perfect for them to get this in a flawless round. Ultimates committed in this round, gone to absolutely nothing of use. Heaven and Kusif both will be now regretting this. Because they are the 2 people whose ultimates are actually very, very powerful on this map. And now they're going to have to build it up from scratch. And given that we're almost near the climax of this game, the ultimate economy for the side of Orgless is absolutely ruined. Hika and Zoid and Sami are the only ones who can get any closer, but Hika, he's not been having the best of games. Today's just been an off day for him. And even with his ultimate, he's only good for so much. It's Heaven and Kusif who have the more effective ultimates on this map.
Knife deployed.
Hyvan, he just went in for a swing, absolutely not caring about his life. Take that first initial kill, that's perfect for him. But now Zoid, it's his turn to shine. As an operator in hand, waiting for the first initial frag up from the sideline. Sami, aggressive on his own accord, catches out one, looking for the other. Hirsch missed a very crucial shot. But he's going to be able to find it all regardless. Sami, not really the one to live through it all, but they're running in towards the Viper's pit. A bit of a questionable situation, but Zoid,
No choice.
they're not going to be going in for this just yet. Hyvan trying to work his way up towards this B side, possibly to catch out HBS, but this one operator could be the biggest thorn on their side.
Well, going in towards B, the knife Okay, wait, what? HVS? He didn't connect that. Not that either. Eats a lot of bullets and might have just well eaten that shock dart and he goes down. I don't know what the hell happened there, but now it's come down to a 3v2. And a retake that seems almost impossible because Harsh is on 30 HP. Knife Jester needs to be driving this car now. And that shock dart almost misses him. Harsh just gets away towards spawn, but the bullets will not. Hika finds 2 as Kusuf will end this. 9 and 8, and this is getting out to be a very close map of breeze.
Something that we were expecting to be a bit more in the favor of Only Friends. Seems to be one of the better maps as well for Orgless. But again, that last round in particular was a lot of whiffs coming in from HVS. HVS had 2 free kills there and he missed out on both opportunities. So yeah, whenever your operator player misses one shot, that's when you know that all hell is gonna break loose over towards the server. It's very difficult to come on back from situations like that, but mentally the team needs to keep on preparing. Kev, look at him. The guy's still pushing up. He's full control of mid to try and isolate any avenue that the attackers can even try to go for. Hika trying to spot out one player. Doesn't really get much information, but one towards the side of staircase. Sami! He looked at the one other angle at the exact moment.
Oh boy, here we go. Sami might have dropped his guard, but the rest are making it okay. Kusuf will go down to Kev. That was a very open plant and a very spammable position. Should have been a little bit more safer with that. And Hevan is in trouble. Shock dart's coming his way. Hika's trying to save him for a bit, but I don't think it's gonna work. Just the one tag he gets. And now it's a 3v2. HVS finds Zoid, the winner of the operator duel. As Only Friends are looking for double digits, and they will be finding it.
8 and 10. Only Friends. They have the control. They have everything under wraps. And the problems that we were highlighting previously is showcasing for Orgless as well. In the pre-match, I was talking about the side of Orgless having that issue where whenever they face off against a team that has a lot more better team play and synergy, that's when they start to fall and that's when they show their cracks. And this is exactly that type of situation. I'm getting flashbacks to QQQ.
Get out of my way!
And that is something that you really do not want to see, especially if you're a fan for the side of Orgless.
You want to play? Let's play.
Now then, 2 ultimates committed into this round as well. Zoid and Sami. And both of them have got the aim-based ultimates. One of them is a little bit more effective at least. In the hands of Zoid, who's been on a roll. But for how long can they keep this up? Hevan dodging in from that drone, allowing the mid-region to be still a susceptible region for attack. No approach this time, but it seems like it's concentrated towards B. A split approach going to be coming in pretty soon. Drone to find Knife Jester. Slowly we're getting into this. It's getting harder. For the moment, there's 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, and they need to make a move quick here. Orgless hoping that Sami can get something, but it's going to be Hika to find the first. Recon goes in. Out comes a little bit of resistance from Knife Jester, but he's finding nothing more than just a little bit of a tag onto Sami. The plant will go down, and it didn't even need Zoid to do any work. And now Hevan's on the luck. And he's found the perfect timing, I believe, unless HVS has seen him. He's waiting for that. But Hevan doesn't need to move an inch. He will though. The Indian lurker does go down, as now a call for save has been made.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that, the great Indian lurker.
Yes, the great Indian lurker moment. But hey, he's been getting kills on the lurk, so
Yeah.
can you really blame the guy?
Not at all, not at all. And he's also been assisting them. Like, he's got 10 assists. He's doing pretty well. Along with Harsh as well. Harsh himself also on 10 assists. As the hunt is on, but I don't think they're going to be able to find anything. Yeah, no, they're tucked away. There's no way they're going to be getting this. The knives work out just about enough to find them around 9 and 10. And Orgless are still in this game. They had a pretty good first half, but they let it slip up. And on the second, Only Friends are dictating the pace.
Probably to get even more value here. Only Friends, I don't know. Whenever they start to get hit with a lot of aggression, they start to recoil back in fear, and that's the space to be taken away. But HPS,
Also,
Oh boy. Well,
that's a miss that's gonna haunt you for a while.
Yeah, but they still have 4 players who have pretty good ultimates available as well. Especially in the defense, that KO ultimate's going to prove to be massive. But look at where Hevan's again lured up. He's already on B, tunnels, and he's tailing around with opponents. And I'm pretty sure Kev has no idea, but if he does check this door... Oh, Knife Jester. No, Knife Jester. Hevan is going to find one, but he's not going to get more. Kev will shut him down. It's still a 4v3 though. And the B side yet again going to be attacked. Now Kev has to wait. He needs his teammates to come in and help him out in this.
Spike planted.
Because utility on the side of the defense is pretty good at the moment. Harsh is going to be the main guy to get this done. But Kev seems to be wanting to do it on his own with his dash. Keeping it ready just in case the duel comes his way. The shock dart to push Hick off his angle, but he's not going to be moved. A lot of spams coming through as well. And time is of the essence here. They're running away. They're saving. They're already making the call. They don't want to take this duel. They want to save these weapons. They know they don't got money as much. And while this is a decently good call, I'm worried about how many rounds they're going to be doing this. They need to be careful over here, Only Friends.
But again, they're not really shutting down Hyvan in so many of the situations. The fact of the matter is, Knife Jester has gone down early statistically for about 3 to 4 rounds pretty much. And those are the rounds that the members of Orgless are able to take over. Not having that Viper alive or those smokes and of course those snake bites are pretty much the only issue the team Only Friends are having. So they just need to build upon that entire ideology. Just keep that Viper alive for as long as they possibly can and try to shut down Hyvan, who's just been an absolute menace. But look at this pace change up. They're now heading over towards A, and this was a complete another stack on B. They were expecting a B side hit, but no. Nothing's gonna happen here, and it's all up to HBS to find that shot again. A miss and a death. Sami, free kill possibly for his side, but bullseye.
Spike planted.
A bit too greedy there. That's gonna cost him. That's the revive. Now, the last couple of kills to go.
Oh, out comes the ultimate now. There's no utility, but they don't need it. All Hevan needs is his pure aim and white swinging.
Team A.
And Zoid is holding down the cross for them. Hevan and Sami both were low. And if Harsh would have gotten to them, this would have been a very difficult round for Zoid. Holds their cross, gets the operator running, and back in the lead are Orgless.
Very much surprised here. That hazing switch up coming in from Orgless was absolutely beautiful. Immediate push up over towards that A side after going in for soul lurk play over onto B and mid. Perfect to throw off your opposition. And you can already see the members of Only Friends. They were like, hey, maybe they're gonna come over onto B. Let's sort of stack it up, see if we can get something done from there. But I love the level of adaptability. Again, Hyvan on his lurk strategies. Possibly to catch out a player who gets a bit too overzealous, waiting for the audio cues to be given by the defenders, but they're not giving much away. Stack over towards the B side. These are the last couple of buys they could go in for as well here, Universe. 2 of their members on the ultimates to try and work it down through, but if the kills don't come in early and that 2 to 4s is not able to get a lot of value, I think it's done for.
Enemy suppressed.
Indeed. Hevan. Oh, okay, of course. Of course, he just swings out wide to find one. Still towards mid, causing damage, but he will be taken out by HVS. 4 versus 4. An ultimate available for the Viper. Kusif, if he chooses to just run in with it towards B main. They're keeping them a little cautious at the
30
moment. There's still
seconds
2
left.
players here from the side of the defense. They're not too keen on rotating. But here comes Hika, trying to find a little bit of an opening towards the backside. It's going to be Zoid to do it though. Out comes the Hunter shooting from the opposite end now. But it's a little too far away, but Knife Jester,
Spike down.
he makes the use of chaos. And he takes down Kusif right when the Viper Spit came out. And he thought that he had almost killed Sami. Sami, how did you still connect that? There's no goddamn way.
Spike planted.
Plant down, 2 versus 1.
Teleport's
It
ready.
has to be a hero play yet again from HVS. A close angle that
Should be
Hika's
fun.
holding. Fully expect him though. He sees him. HVS will not get the kill. Tommy would have taken him out even if Hika hadn't. And with that, match point up.
Right here.
Such a double kill, such a good double kill from Knife Jester. But he couldn't find the third. That was a whiff onto the third.
That's just a panic under the pressure. And Sami, he just casually flicked away, flicked back, got a kill. God damn, the man's a demon. 12 and 10 and Orgless. They're back on the driver's seat and they're here to take it all away. And you know that if Only Friends lose out on the map of Breeze, then Haven, it's just gonna get even more problematic because the members of Orgless, their Haven strategies are so goddamn oppressive that it doesn't matter who's on the enemy team, they're gonna crumble under that pressure.
That's true. Sami's been allowed to crawl in towards halls. Well, Bullseye might expect it. His teammates are in trouble. Harsh is sitting in a one and done angle here. And the minute somebody, which is 2 initiators by the way, choose to just throw out a drone, it's gonna be a problem. There is still HVS on site though, who could be covering up for them. He spotted out one, and now the drone needs to come out from Hika. Does he have it though is the question. A bullet wasted. But now they know that they're trying to bait out a couple of players towards the A side. There's 3 here from the defense. Bullseye gonna do everything he possibly can to keep Harsh alive. But there's practically gonna be no support if he is isolated in this corner. Because that wall is gonna do that for them. He checks it. Heaven! Doesn't check it this time. They were checking it almost every single round. But Hika will trade off instantly. Kusuf finds one as well. Bullseye has been detected on the back of side. And now it's just part time.
Spike planted.
Careful, got onto Sami, who holds down the perfect angle. One more on site to find, and one coming in from mid. That is it. 4 versus 2. And Knife Jester brings it a little closer, makes it a little easier. But look at where Bullseye is. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, front and back. He's got players, and Sami finds the timing to perfection. And it's just about another 10 seconds that this round just could be over. This map could be over. And Sami finishes it up. It is Orgless to win. Breeze.
Let's go.
10 to 13.
Gorgeous on that regard when it came down to the last couple of rounds.
Indeed.
The executions were clean, and Sami, he was just hitting the crispiest of one taps at the very end. And you have to give it to the guy. He just has that game sense to do what he does best. Frag
Yep.
out of his mind when you give him the opportunity and give him the resources to get that space that he needs to play it to his comfort. And comfort is one of the biggest points here to make as well. Whenever I look at Sami, he is the best when it comes down to him being in his element. But if you make him uncomfortable, then he starts to whiff shots, then he starts to make a lot of mistakes. But here, there was no situation whatsoever. Smooth, precise, and of course, absolutely sexy, just like his name. He's living the dream out
Yep.
here. But for the side of Only Friends, the roughest patch for them here was them just recoiling under the level of aggression that was coming in. Just look at this round in particular, right at the very beginning. It just didn't make any sense. This could have been an easy win for the members of Orgless here, only because Bullseye was able to get that first initial shock dart throw in and cause a little bit of damage from the sidelines. They were able to survive this one. So many of these rounds, they kept on dying over and over and over again to the members of Orgless because they were not fighting aggression with aggression. And when they were picking up on that fact, Orgless, they switched up the pace, tried to play it slow, and Only Friends completely got thrown off their radar. They were not able to recover. They were not able to adapt at the same pace as Orgless did, and that's why they fell. And even though the members of Only Friends still had the better team play and synergy, it was the adaptability and the individual skill level of every single member of Orgless that pushed them over the edge, for this victory. They came alive together as a squad right at the very end, and Only Friends, they couldn't stop them for even a second.
Yeah, that is true. Orgless had pretty good, rounds in the beginning, and then they kind of slipped up to let it up 7-5. And in the second half, they even gave away the lead. They were 8-10 down, only to come back and win it 13-10. They won 5 in a row to shut this game down. Real good stuff from it. And now we head on to Haven, a map that these guys absolutely are ruthless upon. And Zoid, once he picks up that neon, difficult journey for the side of Only Friends to continue. Havan himself also has been on a roll. Pretty great kills that he's got. The lurks that he made, absolutely amazing. Only Friends had very good moments, very good plays as well, but in the end, they just couldn't hold on to it for too long. They let mid be constantly targeted by Orgless, and they let it be that way. They were contesting mid in the beginning of the second half, but then they sort of just have it. They just let him have it, and that's exactly when he caused this kind of trouble.
Honestly, Knife Jester could have easily won them this round. Sami, he looked away at the very last second, and that could have easily gone south, but at the very end, he's the one who brought it home for his team. Beautiful shot, beautiful taps, and the readjustments, clean as ever. Sami leading the charge for his team as well with his buddy Zoid. But both of the chambers, god damn, were they on fire. Every single member from Orgless were able to come alive, and so were on the other end of Only Friends, but not in the same way. No one was giving an outlier performance like HBS was. It was rough, but a pretty close game. And right at the very end, Orgless, just because of their adaptability, they were able to take the cake.
Indeed. 13-10, and it is a pretty good scoreline for them to finish the map of Breeze on. And now, we've got another one coming in. Haven is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. But before that comes in, we will be having a small little break that the players as well as we will be taking so that they can settle themselves in. Only Friends need this to decide what they're going to be doing on Haven, because Haven has been the talking point of Orgless. That's where they thrive the best. Will they be able to shut this down 2-0? We'll find out in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. The AMD Ryzen and Windows represent the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Crucial. We'll be back in a few minutes. Get yourself some drinks and snacks. We'll come back with the action.
The legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial ballistics. from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the AMD Ryzen and Windows 7 presents the Challenger Series by the Esports Club and powered by Crucial. We are back with game number 2 of this best of 3 series between Orgless, as they have taken the lead against Only Friends in the map of Breeze. And now we head on to Haven, where there is a bit more of a doom and gloom going against the Only Friends, because they have not been on the upper end of receiving good, well, adaptability issues. They have been trying their way, which they did have for a bit in Breeze, but on Haven, I don't quite see this zoning their way. What do you think, Aggressive?
Considering the track record of Orgless, I am a bit on the side of, I think, skepticism is the correct word for this, because I believe only friends can take this one and send us over to Ascent, your favorite map. I just want to go there so I
No.
get to know you.
No.
But Orgless, on the other hand, can easily take this one away. They had pretty much the most historic runs on this particular map, 13-5s, 13-4s. They have not crumbled under any sort of pressure, but also at the same time, they haven't really faced a team that can push them to that limit. Only friends they did, 13-10, very close scoreline, very prominent team, but now with this coming into play, Orgless, they're looking to get the last couple of closing rounds as quickly as they possibly can, because Haven is one of the few maps where the level of strategy for the defense and for the attack are quite vast, because how aggressively the defenders can play on this particular map. And the instances that you can go in for needs to be as swift and as systematic as possible. Otherwise, you just start falling flat on your face if you're not careful then on that regard. But composition also is key, and with the breach coming in for the defense and no breach on the other side, they're going in for a KO and Soba composition on Haven. A bit questionable, but I understand the usage of the KO, but the breach is just something you need to have in this current meta, because the level of close corners that you find on this particular map, and after the sheer number of buffs that Breach had over the years, it's insane to not just go in for a Breach anymore for this particular map.
Yeah, that is true. I think the Breach is, one of the best agents on this map as an initiator. To have him as secondary initiator, setting up attacks for your Jet or your Neon if they're running in. The Breach is, absolutely the top of the line. But it looks like Only Friends are trying to stick to what they know best, and that is having a KO, which probably could be, countering that breach as much as they possibly can. But comes with a time limit. There's only for so long that, Harsh can keep Hevan at bay with his utility, because after a certain point, he's going to get it back.
That's when the utility dump comes in to completely throw them off their game. But for now, though, taking a couple of steps back, it's going to be Sami to take the first initial engagement. Nearly got his head chopped off by HBS, but he lives through it. Working his way back, HBS from the side. I do believe that he is disconnected as he's doing the cha-cha dance over to the other side. But hey, at least he's going to live, right? Yep. He's disconnected.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, look at that triple peak hold. They're waiting for the side of HVS to maybe come back. Okay, we're just looking at what exactly is happening in this round, as we will be getting back into it pretty soon. And while we sort that out,
30 seconds left.
we should be expecting HVS to come back as well.
Well,
I think we should be rolling back the round. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we will be replaying this round. And
it's
seconds
just
left.
gonna be a rollback.
yep, we're gonna roll back this round because there has been 0 damage dealt by either side. No damage at all whatsoever. So we can roll back this round and we will be restarting this game because HVS unfortunately disconnected. And now, once we do roll back that round, what the 1 and 0 you're going to be seeing is going to go back to 0 and 0. We're going to be setting that up in just about a second.
And we're gonna be loading back in. Sadly, HBS really did go out
And
of
there
his
we
way in the worst possible spot, but hey, at least he's back now and towards the game. And as we're jumping on back in, let's take another real stab at exactly what to expect here in this engagement. I really want to see a bit more emphasis on them being slightly aggro on the attacking side because, yeah, they're waiting for the members of Orgless to go in for the aggressive play, but now that they already have the idea, Orgless, they don't like to play that aggressive right off the get-go on the pistol round. Maybe they can use it to their advantage.
They had a bit of an idea as to what is happening during the pistol round. They did see Sami peek in towards shot, so I don't know if they're going to be going for that same sort of technique again. We have got Sami coming in towards A long this time as we wait for the players again to just settle themselves into this game. For the moment, HVS is facing a little bit of an issue with disconnection and reconnection. And for those of you who can't see it, he's got about 1,564 ping and moving up and down from there.
I need to put on my glasses to see that number. Am I blind? No, I'm not. I'm not blind. I'm okay. Yeah, he does have 1600 ping. He's living on the moon right now, but hey, he needs to come back to Earth at one point because Haven's not going to play itself. And his entire squad, they're going to need him on that jet to start fragging out of his mind if he wants to try and hold. But again, Haven, one of the maps where Breach has turned into be the most stable meta pickup for every single region, and for a very good reason as well, because of the level of utility that he brings onto the table. Now, the KO being his counterpart, it's understandable why people are picking up the KO as well, because of the 0 point completely blocking off so many different abilities. You can easily rush on down over into a side, and the ease of execution is a lot more simpler. If you want to go in for something like this, why not go in for a KO breach? Yes, you're losing out on some of the information that the Sova can bring down to the table, and of course, the also beautiful Hunter's Fury, where you can get multi kills with and stop post plans and plans.
Yep.
It just, you need to have that reach. I really don't know what the game plan is for Only Friends, so that skepticism just starts to grow even more. Will they be even able to take this map with this composition, or did they really lose on the agent selection screen right off the get-go before the match even begun?
Well, I'm not going to count them out completely because I believe that they will absolutely have some game plan going into this. While the breach has utility that's, not just earth shattering, it clears corners, it allows for setups. The KO has his own, advantages. He absolutely shuts down any form of utility for at least a couple of seconds with his knife, and then the null command, of course, when the ultimate, if and when available, will completely shut them out for at least a good 20 seconds, which is when they can look to make their executes happen. And that breach ultimate, if at all it's at the same timeline of the K ultimate being active, then it will not be used as long as that null command is there. So I believe that they should have a game plan on the back of this KO, and he is a good pick. KO is a good pick for every single map out there. There's not a single map in this game that I haven't seen that KO isn't useful, and it's literally the most versatile agent. He is the most versatile agent in the game. So yeah, we're gonna try and understand how OnlyFriends are gonna be playing this game, whilst the side of Orgless are in their home ground. They're gonna look to just absolutely rampage past them as much as they've done in the previous games, and see whether or not OnlyFans are gonna be, ready to take that in.
Friends, though, they're having a couple of more technical difficulties from the side of HBS. They are trying to fix out the problems as fast as they possibly can, but hey, sometimes it's just not gonna be in your control. Bad stuff happens here and there, so just have to live with
Yeah.
it. It is South Asia, after all. If you don't have technical difficulties, you're not living in this country properly. But at the end of the day, the compositions are pretty standardized. But I want to talk to you more about the Neon versus Jet debate. Now that Zoid is playing the Neon and Sami shifted over to the Chamber, things could be a bit more interesting because Zoid has a lot more of an aggressive front to using a duelist in comparison to Sami,
Yep.
who's a lot more cool, calm, and collected before he goes in for executions. While Zoid, he likes to brute force his entries as fast as he possibly can.
Yeah, that is true. I think the Neon has been pretty great, and we should be, looking at the meta. Of course, it's changed since she's come in as itself. So I have loved Neon in pretty much every single game that we've seen. Neon has been a pretty great agent, but the Jet, with everything that's happening around her, with the dash being nerfed to a certain extent, I believe at least, not to every single extent. Um, I think that at this point, I would prefer the Neon over the Jet just because of the speed element that she provides, that the Jet is now rescinded to a certain timeline.
It's just problems after problems for Jet. And it's surprising when you look at the stats for Masters. I think you noticed as well, Jet has been picked up very little in comparison to all of the other agents. Even Raze has a higher pick rate than Jet. And that's something that I thought I would never say. Is it time for Jet to get buffs?
Hey, she just got nerfed. I don't think she needs to go back right now.
I think the Chamber does need a nerf, that's for certain. I think Chamber, the best nerf that you can give him, just remove that slow effect from the to the force. And I do believe
Maybe.
he will be the most balanced character in this entire game if you just do that. And
Yeah,
make
that.
each one of his bullets 150 credits. That's it. Best nerfs that you can give him, and the guy gets completely shut down in that regard. Because Chamber is one of the few characters that does not really have a lot of downsides to just buying a couple of bullets on his headhunter and just completely fragging out with it.
True, that is true. The chamber is absolutely amazing, and the one thing that I really like that you said was remove the slowing effect from his tour de force, which is really good, or maybe just reduce the duration of it. Make it a little lesser because his ultimate has certain things that he, is practically going to be using the best of its abilities for, which is to get that kill and to slow down the push because he is a sentinel, right? So his kills need to have some effect, and that's why that slow is there. Because a sentinel is meant to slow down pushes, to stop them at their tracks. That's the utility. So I would say
killing a person is not slowing the team down, yeah?
not exactly. Have you seen teams like Paper X? Do you think killing a person slows them down? They don't care whether they lose one,
they have that mob
two.
mentality to just go after you. They're like, you
Yeah,
killed my boy, I'm coming after you right now.
yeah, but the fact of the matter is that maybe duration of that slow could be reduced by maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, I think it's about 4.5. But yeah, we should be maybe looking at that region. And now we will be heading into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're back at it as HVS has to live with his problems which are heading up and down. Then there's not really a solve coming towards it, and because we've used up most of the tech time and a little bit of actually even the side of Orgless, we're gonna have to stop the game because of the rules. And hopefully, oh my god, it's disgusting to see that number there, but hopefully it doesn't stay that way for too long. They know they need HVS.
see it, but okay, now just a beautiful shot.
Spike
Takes down
down,
one.
attacker
Sami
spawn.
is gonna take a back seat. One by one, the members of the defense, they're gonna go in for the aggro push over towards Z-Long, and my god, Zoid! He's an absolute chat, taking down over 2 people. Nearly took down his third as well before Klusov came in for the final frag up. HBS stuck inside a spawn. Not much more that you can do here to try and survive that one. And with the mid push coming in, slowly but surely, Hika should be able to catch him on the timing. But that's it.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, he finds him right about on time, and there's the last player. They're just gonna give. Oh, they're playing well. They're having the good sportsmanship here. They're just giving him time to come back. They're gonna waste all the seconds so that they kill him in the end. They will take that kill, I believe, but they will only take it at the end of this round because they want to give HVS time to come back. Good sportsmanship from them.
30 seconds left.
They're just flashing him out as much as they possibly can. A little bit of wasted utility, don't you think so? Considering the next round, Ivan can't really go in for full buys, but it's fine. They're just waiting it down through, trying to make sure that HBS gets his problems fixed as fast as they possibly can. Last 12 seconds for the next round to
10
come in,
seconds
but
left.
I don't think that HBS is going to come back anytime soon.
Yep. Now we will be having HVS hopefully come back as soon as possible, hoping that his internet issues do get sorted. A timeout has been taken as well from the side of the attack just to get HVS another extra minute, and hopefully miraculous things happen in this minute and they find HVS to come back.
Really do want to give as much time as they possibly can for it. And yep, HVS is back. He's moving around and he's also trying to go around as much as he possibly can. Hopefully the issue has been fixed, but
no, it hasn't.
1600 ping. Let's goddamn go.
I don't know what it is. Suddenly he had such a good first game, and then the internet decides to say, okay, we're gonna add 2 zeros to your ping.
Gotta hear it though. I think his ISP knew that he was playing Chamber a bit too well.
Well, as well as he can play that chamber, he's not gonna be able to depend on his internet to play well with him. Yikes, that is a staggering number.
I wonder what's gonna happen if he tries to move around with this.
Where is he? Oh, he's right there. He's towards. Oh wait, he
Oh
has
god,
the
he has the spike. He has the spike.
Oh man. Okay, now they've heard Zoid coming back
Taken out.
towards mid as HGS is trying his level belts to keep himself alive. Oh boy, Sami almost whiffing that, but he will
One
get the
enemy
kill.
remaining.
Down goes Kev, and now it's just one man left who has gone down as well. Only friends in big trouble, and it's not because of their gameplay.
Taken out.
Because of one person living on the moon. Ouch. To get a ping like this, it's pretty rough. But hopefully the issue gets resolved over time, but the way that HBS is moving, it just kind of throws me off when you think about it. The guy's just chilling in spawn, trying to survive through
Oh
this.
my god, he's moving. It's like watching a caterpillar, like a baby move.
Yep.
Taking the smallest of it's essentially a 4v5 right now that they're trying to keep in tags for as much as they can. Knife Jester though, good shot from him. Out goes Evan, blinded and taken out by Harsh. And it's Hika who delivers another headshot and has made work a little difficult for his team. 2 versus 4. Backstab not going to be coming in because it is now HVS guarding it with the 1600 ping.
You gotta love the fact that this man is still trying to get into the site with his team. Even though he has this much ping, he has made it his mission to be on that back line and just make it there. He's trying. but his team, they're also trying to make sure that he comes back to a hefty scoreline that he can at least play on. Doesn't matter if he gets taken down early. Doesn't matter if the team is playing in a 4 versus 5 situation. They are still able to get their buy round regardless. But again, that last round was a bonus round being played by Orgless, and with the buys now coming in for their side, only friends, they could be in trouble, but at the same time, they can prove the members of Orgless otherwise.
Well, here we go towards the seaside, and look who's taking the lead. It's HVS just running straight in, and his smoke hasn't even come out, but he's showing.
Take this.
I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to laugh at this, but this is just happening in front of our eyes. Kosef finds 2 as Hevan still around the corner. His Phantom's not going to work this time, and neither is Hika's Vandal. Because only friends have got pretty much what they need. There's a flank coming in though, and I'm not quite sure they know this. And there comes Sami. Now it's a 1v1. Bullseye up against Sami. Got a better weapon. Picks it up.
Are you serious?
Now it's a 1v1. A Mexican standoff, and Sami wins it. Outswings Bullseye, but only to be the Bullseye himself.
Bullseye, he could have easily gotten that tap if he just waited for it. Maybe went in for a jiggle, then rotated over to the left side of the box. Went in for a swing from there. Things could have been done a bit better, but again, commitment at the very end. They're getting pretty close to winning a couple of these rounds though, so I have to say Hakuna Matata for them.
It does seem like HVS's internet is getting slowly stable. He's come down to the hundreds and he's falling down, but it's also spiking up. I just really hope that it somehow gets stabilized within the next couple of seconds.
I saw 600.
I mean, it's going up and down. And they're trying their best. Oh, right now it's
58. I think he's back.
Oh, I think he is back. Yeah, I think he's back. HVS is back, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. Hika might have found the first, but he will go down instantly. As now, the side of OnlyFriends have got every bit of their force available to them. A full buy across both these teams. A little lesser for the side of the defense. Oh, Hevan. Perfectly done. Hevan finds another. And now he's got a tail to worry about. Knife Jester will take him down just about in time. As the KO is looking to be revived. Up on his feet, he should be coming, but there's a backstab. There's a backstab, and Zoid finds the perfect timing.
Down A.
Finds 2. And Harsh will go down back into the grave just as soon as he stood up on his feet. One man left, Knife Jester. And he is worried about multiple angles. He could be backstabbed from a short, from a long, and he's also got somebody in spawn. And Kusif heard that flash go through, and he will find him perfectly. 4-1, and OnlyFriends now need to start getting back into this game.
Crispy shot as well coming in from Kusif. He found it all, and Orgless, they're now back in the driver's seat once again when it comes down to their economy as well. But goddamn, you gotta love it when the timing comes down so perfectly. Zoid on the back end completely pincering out Knife Jester from 2 sidelines, so the poor guy didn't really have anywhere to go to. But for now, Universe, it's just a 4-1 scoreline. It's not done and dusted just yet. HVS still facing some difficulties I can see from his ping, and I do believe he's playing from mobile data. Otherwise, his ping should not be this high.
Take flight.
Well, towards the A side, it's a little bit of a lesser approach. Harsh goes and gives up his life there, but it is towards Garage and C. And look at where Hevan is. Hevan will go down to get what a shot. Absolutely brilliant. He hits that, and HVS connected even with his ping spiking up at the exact same moment. HVS. Can't believe he hit that.
Like, look at him. He's having the hardest time to play, and he's still putting up frags with it. If he lives through this, that would have been perfect, but nope, not gonna happen. Sami, though, over on the back end, 2-4 skip!
One enemy
Doesn't really
remaining.
find the shot that he needs, and Sami, he's gonna still live through it all. Knife Jester, it's all up to you. 8 HP and a dream for this man. He misses the shot that was crucial, and Sami with the jump catches him.
Yeah.
That's a takedown and a 5-in-1 scoreline for Orgless. They're looking to make this an early exit for the opposition. And for them, they're trying to claw their way back to possibly a round victory with Kev trying to lead the charge.
Oh boy. Now the opponents are taking time out for him to try and get his internet fixed. I love Team Orgless right now.
A good camaraderie between every single one of the players. You gotta love it.
Yeah, indeed. I love that they're taking a timeout just to give HVS a little bit extra time to fix his internet. But there's only so much they can do. His internet doesn't seem to be wanting to be fixed today. I just saw his ping at 59 and then suddenly a 0 got added to the back of it.
It happens at all times, seemingly. You're having a really good game, you're playing out of your mind, and 5 seconds later, you just look at the worst ping possible.
Well, this timeout has expired as well. And with that, pretty much everything in the first half that they could have utilized has gone. Now, only friends, they gotta work with what they've got, man. And that's the bare minimum. HVS is somehow keeping himself alive and relevant, but he's still losing out on a lot of his ability to win this. Out come the utilities, out come the ultimates. One tag, make that a kill. Bullseye finds one, but Knife Gesture out of the open goes for the teleport. Bullseye will get another, as only friends are fighting for their lives here. Essentially, a 3v4, a 3v2, forgive me, as HVS is stuck towards C-Long. That drone will spot out Harsh, and Sami should be able to get that kill, if only he had popped out himself. Harsh still on site, loses his life. Now it's a 2v2. Sami making sure nobody's gonna tail him from Garage, as one player has been spotted. And Kev in that corner could die from the shock dart, to be honest. Kev takes out Sami though.
Shot.
Oh, that shock dart could be killing him. He dodges away just about in a second. I don't think Hika's gonna make this. There's too many push and pull techniques here.
Yeah.
They're playing around with time. They're playing around position. And Hika needs to run. They win one more round, only friends. But for how long can they constantly keep this going?
HVS is alive.
HVS is gone. Yeah, he is alive for now, but now he's gone.
The poor guy is just haven't been able to play the game at all. It's understandable, but how are they taking these rounds whenever he's not around? HVS is single-handedly using himself as a body to make sure his team gets into his side. Selfless to every single regard. He's trying to do what he can with his ping, but Ivan, he's not having any of that aggressive push-up from his own. Trying to get that first initial catch, and Zoid! Oh, good God. He would have died there if he just kept on spamming. Bullseye pulling out his shock dart in the worst possible time. Gets caught! But Kev, able to retaliate. The kryptonite for Sami seemingly in this situation. And Kev, he's the one to come alive on the chamber and not HVS.
Oh, but there's a big problem. A very big one. And there it comes. The Breach ultimate to completely dismantle this side. Zoid's running around the side. He will find one. He will hit the second. And he will be allowing for the defuse to come through. Because they actually don't know that HVS is gone. They were throwing in utility thinking that HVS is still around the corner. But, yep, Evan's going to secure his kill as a 6-2 scoreline pops up.
After round. Kill after kill. Beginning of the end for the members of Only Friends, and it's a pretty heartbreaking one, Universe, at the end of the day. This is not how you want to write off your tournament run, especially with the technical difficulty, but you never really know.
You
4
want to
versus
play?
5,
Let's play.
we've seen it happen before. But will we see it happen again?
We
That's
have
what you wanna
definitely
find
seen it
out.
happen before. That's for sure. Now it's quite a game.
Gotta go.
This time it seems like the players who've chosen this map are a lot more confident on it. Scrappy buy from the side of the attack. They've got Kev on the tour de force as he's holding down towards A. Any pushes he'll take care of. But Orgless are not willing to make any of those. They're just gonna hold on as the B side yet again seems to be a place where they can find some value. And that is true because there's just one trademark keeping them away from this. Out go the smokes and out goes the utility to stop them. The B side opened up. Yet again the plant goes down. But this time no rolling thunder to stop them. A recon pretty good and a blind from Harsh will fetch him one kill. Nothing more. Sami getting close and personal, finds another bullseye. Not gonna be able to swing wide and get that kill. And now it's on a knife, Jester and Kev. A blind goes to and Kev. Pinpoint accuracy to find exactly where Zoid was defusing the spike. This time they're not gonna be hitting it.
Oh
Kev!
my god, he's still doing it!
It's left to Heaven. And now it's a 1v1 and Knife Jester's playing along with time. All he needs to do is play for a bit of Enigma as he's been hit by the spike diffuser itself. His head
Still has
angle. Yeah, he definitely has it. This is
It
going to be
doesn't
a
even look the
defuse. Oh my god, 26 milliseconds left to spare. And Heaven looking for that final frag. No, he's not going to go for it. He lets him be as 7-2. That's all they care about right now. Qualifying from this quarterfinal.
He's back. Is he back?
Is he?
I don't think so. He's still at
I just saw
60
him. No,
ping.
he's moving. No, he's here. He's here. He's here. He's moving.
He's here, but he still has 60 ping, and normally HVS has like what, 5?
Well, that is true. Still got to play with what he's got. He can't really avoid it. There comes the ultimate and Hush falls. Kev will trade back. Are they going to go for the revive instantly? Yes, they will because Hick has been pushed off thanks to that recon. And with Hush coming back on his feet, it's a 4v5. Towards A they go. HVS ready to try and find a little bit of value. Is he going to though? Yes, he will. Gets a kill. And now it's Knife Jester in that smoke. But Heaven is spraying on everybody.
Enemy remaining.
Heaven with the 3k gets the round for his team. What a position that he stood in. Knife Jester pushed off with that grenade thanks to coming
That
in
is
from his
so
own
lucky.
teammate, by the way.
Dude, that is so unlucky for Bullseye. You saw that as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Hika, the Vandal spray seems to be something that he has mastered.
To an extent.
I
Yeah.
quote mastered. Because that kill is something that should not have happened at all.
Get out of my way.
Oh! Zoid? Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it! Slap him in the face with it! HVS still alive and kicking, but Hyvon, he's just relentless. Look at him! He's getting frag after frag here. And he's looking to be at the very top.
Oh, okay. HVS, good shot. Got a couple of more to find where that came from, but he's got too many players hounding him and killing him. 9-2. And that's the end
Last
of
round
this
before the switch.
half, it seems like it at least. It should be ending up at 10-2 because there's no money left on OnlyFans. And with the amount of weapons that they can, you know, scrapingly get by with on this round, a Guardian, a Spectre, a couple of Vandals. Oh, never mind, they're all going to be able to purchase Vandals actually. Kev is the only one without a weapon because he's, I think, dropped it to somebody else. He has a Spectre. He's going to work with that. Armor, not the most luxurious item for them at the moment. As the seaside is constantly being hit. And now they already have a back end that Harsh is guarding heavily. Out he comes in. Okay, Zoid, alright. Yeah, of course that happens, Zoid.
Spike planted.
That is a pretty hefty whiff right there. But now Hyvan, Rolling
They're all on
Thunder in
site.
hand.
They're all on
Gets the
site.
first bit of information, but no, he's not using a Rolling Thunder for anything. He's still holding, he's still chilling, he's still vibing. And here comes the
One
paranoia
enemy
to try and
remaining.
slow things down, but Hiccup doesn't let down the spirit for the final frag up, and Hiccup steals it away from Sami. Rolling Thunder in hand to send Sami into the air, and the spike defused to boot.
Yeah,
Take it all away.
Standing ahead.
Yep, hit him with everything you've got. He still gets the defuse, Hika. That's going to be 10-2. Ladies and gentlemen, a great round yet again from the
Switching
side
sides.
of Orgless as we seem to shut down Haven sooner than expected.
Tactical timeout's gonna be there, but Haven, I don't think even this one tack pause is gonna give them anything.
If a comeback does manage to happen from here, this is going to be one of the great moments of OnlyFans' entire history.
Honestly, one of the biggest moments in the entirety of Valorant history as well for the competitive scene. I don't think any region's gonna be able to come back from this. Not to this degree.
Well, Zoid's just having fun whilst we wait to see whether or not this side of OnlyFans can make a difference happen. It is really fun to just keep running around with the Neon than it is to with any other agent.
That Zoid is also practicing his movement at all times. Just shows how much hard work he puts into every single bit of his gameplay. I've seen Zoid stream quite often, and this guy just grinds like a madman to be where he is. And his efforts show.
Indeed. Well, the 1 minute attack pause is just about to end as we should be heading into the game in just a bit. And as we get into it, OnlyFans, I really hope you've got some sort of contingency plan. Because this is going to take all and maybe every single last bit of your effort left in your body, in your mind to make this comeback happen. And it starts with the pistol. They've got two frenzies that they're looking to work with in the hands of Bullet and Knife Jester. They're not too bad on it either. The B site, by the way, completely empty. Not even a trademark to hold it off. A garage trademark only. This is problematic because it might seem like Orgless are actually heading in towards B. Yes, they are. They're going in towards B. It's a free site. What a great read from the side of Orgless. Harsh is the only one who's coming in, but he's been smoked off. And even though he's entered onto the site, he's the only form of resistance here. And Kusif is going to be able to take on Kev towards Garage.
It's a very hefty kill, and Kev going down early. It's gonna get even more problematic. Knife Jester, though, from the sidelines with a frenzy, causing a good amount of damage. They're holding! And that frenzy is just dealing so much. Kusif! Classic right click straight to the forehead. The Bermuda Triangle strikes again! And this classic is reigning supreme. They're able to find so much. Sami on the sideline trying to find the final frag up. He gets it. And HBS, last player remaining. The ping's against him. The world is against him. But still, he's trying to get himself back on the board. Switches out to the Ghost, where he knows for a fact he needs to spam a little bit here. Works his way up. Knows both players are over from the other side, and Kusef, even if he misses the shot here, Sami's gonna go in for the immediate frag up and runs across with the frenzy. Drive-by Grove Street style. And with that, they take another round up. It's 11-2, and one more away from contention.
Well, they will at least qualify for the wild cards here. They will be able to play in the wild cards if they do win here and they lose out in the next round, because they will be heading into the semi-final, which means they're amongst the top 4 aggressive. And they have another chance, Orgless, if at all they don't make it to the group stages. Kev gets away for safety reasons, did not expect it, but as a force from OnlyFans, that's gonna work out perfectly. There's HBS, he's gonna find one, make that a double. No, he just gives damage and Bullseye finishes it off. He's gonna get away with the Spectre that he has in hand, as the side of the attack have actually gone in from B to A link, and now they're heading in towards A. Zoid's keeping them at bay for as long as he possibly can. A plant towards the spawn region. A little bit careful they need to be here, because this is exactly where all the players of the defense are coming from. There's no flanks whatsoever. And Jester onto Heaven, stopped in by Zoid, needs to go in for this fight. A recon, the stun, everything just going against them at the moment. Orgless are losing out their bonus unless Heaven had to kill one player from the Heaven.
It is over.
But he could not wait for too long for his bullets to expire. He had to fire them all in bullseye, just about swinged at the right time when they went down, and he had the better angle. 11 and 3. Only friends still looking for that magical moment where they can turn this all around.
They had the one round that they wanted, but Orgless, they're gonna go in for a safe. They're not gonna risk anything with another force buy, so pretty smart from their end. Standardized pickups, and Sami does get spotted out by the 0 point. Needs to head his way back, but Knife Jester, aggressive on the angle. He's gonna wait for it. Thrown off due to the fault line, but again, they're not able to find out much. HPS stealing the damage here. Doesn't really matter if he has high ping. Gets a double, and now he's looking for even more.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
Bullseye.
A.
He will secure the penultimate kill as the last man. Okay, Heaven.
God.
Alright then. Flick and a half from him. Gives only friends on number 4, that's for sure, but can they go any further than this is the question. 2 Bulldogs, a Spectre, not too much money to buy in. HVS has his knives ready, but that's about it. Utility for sure. Weaponry, not as good as the opponents. Heaven and Co have everything in their arsenal, including a Rolling Thunder to work with. They possibly cannot be seeing to lose this one. Out goes Zoid. A flash to blind him off, but will HVS hold him himself? A Neon versus a Jet. Make that a little bit of an extra bit with Neon to win, and HVS gets one. HVS finds 2. And his rejuvenation of form after his internet's comeback is amazing. He's on top of the board, by the way, for his team. The side has been taken, and Gustav is gonna try and stop them, but HVS!
God, he went for this. The age-old play on Haven. He actually went for the double updraft, and no one heard it. Absolute demon. This man is showing absolute disrespect. And Kev, he's gonna come in to try and shut down Sami, but Sami turns around in the worst possible time. He's not gonna be able to get the catch there. 11 and 5, and it seems to be the comeback that we all were hoping for, but I don't think I should speak too soon. Because, yeah, HBS is hitting the shots, but god damn, this is still a long road to go. This play was beautiful. Look at HBS, double updraft play. That's insane.
Well, with this now, another eco for the side of Orgless as they're looking towards an A hit. Bullseye has vision as well as information. But they slow down the pact, hoping that a mistake is made from OnlyFriends, but they're keeping this passive except for HVS towards the B side where he's got an operator in his hands. Hika holding on for a garage push, but he's standing literally a wall against Kev. Either one of them just decide to just, turn towards the right and flick a bullet to the head of the other. That would be an amazing moment. Oh my god, Evan gets another Zoid, and Hika also add up. And now it's a 3v2 suddenly. And they're running towards the ESA where the spike's already been planted. And Hika is in a good position to hold on to the flank. They've cleared off the entirety of the backstab. And Zoid
in heaven.
Yep, he most certainly is. Gustav's holding down the side. Hika's got a short. They know there's no backstab thanks to Hika coming from there just now. And HVS, he's got an operator in the worst possible situation. A retake. And look at where Zoid is. It doesn't matter. Zoid right now has got the perfect situation in his hands. I don't think they know this. He drops down from heaven. He loses his life. No way, this is happening. And Kusif wins it.
It's just so good. Kusif,
Match point.
he came in so clutch in the best of situations, but my god, was this so close.
Player standing.
Look at this play, knife gestures. His spokes were absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The timing was everything. Blocking off the heaven sideline as well from the drop down. But was it enough? Nope. Kusif, his headshots reigning supreme every single time when he's on that sheriff. He just does not miss. And he's making his team stay in the running.
Well, here we go towards the A side again, and this time Zoid wants to finish things off as soon as possible. There is nobody on the A side right now that's going to be stopping them. So by HVS, and he's gone down. Zoid doesn't take an inch of damage. And this might just be it. They've got a Rolling Thunder. They've got the Overdrive. They've got everything in their hands to shut this one out. Bullseye might be trying with his utility, with his Hunter's Fury. But this is the end of the line here, it seems. Kev might be coming on the backstab, but he's got a backstab himself. Zoid's finding 3. Bullseye finds 2. It's a 2v2. They're keeping it alive, but it's going to be a 2v1 very soon as Hevan finds the penultimate kill. And Hick finishes it off 13 and 5. It is Orgless to qualify for the semifinals.
Man, whenever you give them that opportunity, they're easily gonna take a mile away from it all. Good God, just give them that slight bit of a timing.
Yep.
They're gonna take it all away. So I just ran in and shut down HVS as if it was absolutely nothing. The guy was running a marathon out there. He was strolling through the park. It just wasn't something that you would expect. Hyvan coming alive in this entire game as well, just completely getting kill after kill, round after round, shutdown after shutdown on a breach, mind you, while he's still setting up his team for success.
Indeed.
That is what you would love to see. Orgless, they're out here to play and they're out to make sure they deal the most damage possible, both on the mental side and also the physical side of the game.
Enemy remaining.
Take it all away for their end. Orgless, they get hate to lead, and this could be the opportunity that they were hoping for. But if they're not able to secure at least one spot for the group stages, they still have the wildcard event to look forward to.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Only Friends, this is the end of their journey. They're not going to be able to qualify, and with that, it's a heartbreaking loss for this team. They were one step away from at least making it to the semifinals, where they could have at least tried for the wildcards, but Orgless were just way too good. They are absolutely amazing on Haven. And Only Friends thought that they could do well on Haven as well, but their initial problems absolutely tore them through. HVS, his internet has been a cause of dread for this team. And hopefully he's going to be able to fix it the next time they're looking to qualify for another event.
Dude, you have to give it to his performances. Even
Yeah,
though
he
his
did.
internet was against him, HBS was still performing. He was getting frags for his squad,
He
trying
was.
to enter sites. He did everything for his team.
Yeah, he was on 14. He was on 14 kills, and that's what a recovery from him, having been AFK for quite some time. Honestly, brilliant stuff from HVS as well, but there's only so far you can go. Amazing, amazing stuff. Orgless absolutely on top of things.
Ivan though, man. That guy, as soon as he starts hitting these frags and hitting those shots, it seems so nothing can stop him. And it's been a while since we last seen Ivan frag out like this. He's always been that guy we see in the back, not really do much for his team other than just setting them up for victory and giving the calls for his team to just ride it over to victory. But when he's on the server, and when he's getting those frags, it's always a treat to watch. The years of FPS experience coming into play. Now, Orgless. They're at the home stretch.
Player standing.
They can easily take it all,
Remaining.
or you could lose everything here as well.
One down.
Wildcard events right around the corner, but you don't want to be the wild
Enemy
card.
remaining.
You want to be the team that makes it through qualifiers too, to set an example for everyone else, and to make sure you get put on the radar for every other team that you're going to go up
One
against in
enemy
group
remaining.
stages.
Indeed. Orgless have something to prove now. Last time around, they didn't make it to the semifinals. This time they have. And now they're going to be very much in
One enemy
the serious zone of things where they're looking to play to their very level best and have a bit of extra effort go into this semifinal to qualify for that group stage, the prestigious top 8, and then of course to the TEC Arena in Bangalore.
Which you should get tickets for, by the way, by checking out the links down below in the description and also the pinned comment on the side. And also possibly book a train to Bangalore if you're not living there. The weather's
Yeah.
incredible. We have a LAN event for you. A lot of community cups, not just for Valorant, but also for other games. So you don't want to miss out on any of that action. We have massive prize pool and also a lot of deals from our sponsors. Universe, you don't give our sponsors enough credit. They're the reason why we're able to do so much. And
Yeah,
they
indeed.
not only are enabling us to make a LAN event, but they're also giving away a lot of their products on massive discounts on the venue.
Indeed they are. And of course, there's going to be a lot of things for you guys to win during the LAN event. And not to forget that when all of this is going on, you're going to have some pretty big personalities, some of whom you might know, some of whom, well, let's just say you're going to be very shocked to hear that they're going to be making it there. Well, I know a couple of who might be making it there, but if you want to know who it is who's going to be making there, we want 10,000 likes for the next stream. Go ahead and hit that like button.
10,000 likes, go for it.
10,000 likes and I reveal one name. One name about one very big personality who's going to be making it to the LAN event. But until that 10,000 like mark pops up, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be waiting and I'll be looking out for what's going to be happening at this event. And I will be hoping that you guys actually do hit that number. Because if you hit that number, trust me, you will get the names and you will not be disappointed who I will name. But until then, it is today's first matchup that has ended with Orgless heading into the semi-final, made it to the top 4 of the Qualifier 2 and securing the place at least, if not in the group stage, if they do win the semi-final, at least in a wild card to give themselves another chance. Whereas only friends, unfortunately, this is the end of their journey. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of today's first first match. We've got another one coming in, and for that, CCV is going to be jumping into my window, and Aggressor is going to be saying right here, we will see you guys at the 8 p.m. game. Until then, though, go ahead, grab some snacks, go ahead, have a couple of ranked games, you know, mess around a little, see how much you can work it out until like these pro players. And if you can't, you know where to go. Find AMD Ryzen, they give you the best processors. Find Windows 11, the best OS. They will boost up your gameplay. And if that's not enough, Crucial is going to give you the best memory and the fastest boot up speeds. The best PC products out there by these sponsors. Go ahead and grab them, and then maybe you're going to hit Immortal. You never know. You will find out only after you try them, right? So go ahead and get them, and we'll see you all in the next matchup, which is going to be Reckoning versus Chillcord. And we'll see you all at 8 o'clock. Bye-bye.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hey, we can run away. You say you want to. You wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, You wanna stay there, we can leave it, pay me high. We could be okay, but I dream that we can fly. You wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, You wanna stay there, we can leave it, pay me high.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.